Hey, it's Dorley. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm working on a two-page spread, working on the last of my Easter pictures from 2022. Don't worry, I'm going to have this sketch later, so you don't need to concentrate too hard on that. But basically what I'm doing is I'm trying to decide what pictures or how many pictures I'm going to be doing on each page. So that picture with Gracie, I'm not going to use because it is a pure 4x6. I can't really trim that down, but I can trim these down, and I did to 3 inches wide, and they're, of course, 6 inches tall. So I'm going to be using Hop to It from Photo Play, and basically the sketch uses a lot of scraps or multiple pattern papers, and so I'm really trying to use up as much of this kit as possible because I absolutely love it. They're super bright and super fun. As I was cutting them, I realized that I needed to do 2 sets, so I went ahead and did all that. But if you notice that little egg pattern paper, it's not 10.5 inches, so these are 2.5 by 10.5. And you're going to see what I do in a little bit. This is a great tip, especially when you're using scraps and you're not sure if it's going to be big enough. But basically, I'm doing 4 strips of these, like I mentioned, 2.5 by 10.5 pieces of pattern paper. And I'm just kind of putting them very wonky across the page because I like all things wonky, because when I do put something down that is not straight, it doesn't show as much. So I really wanted to put that one photo of our dog because we always do an Easter egg hunt for her. It just didn't fit, so I'm going to do a different layout with that. So there is a banner that goes across, and I went ahead and decided to use white because I thought that would kind of anchor, because this is a lot of colors, but also a lot of fun and bright colors. I grabbed a scrap of 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. So originally I was going to do it 11 inches across, and I cut these strips into 2 3/4 inch width. And as I was laying it down, I realized, no, I wanted it to be a little bit shorter. So I did cut off another 1/2 inch. So these are 2 3/4 by 10.5. Yes, 10.5. But I'll have all the information down in my blog. If you go to the information box, there'll be a link to my blog, and I'll have all the like paper information, measuring information, things like that. So my goal, like I mentioned, was to use as much of this paper and stickers and stuff with this kit because I used it for all my Easter pictures this year, 2022. And let me tell you, the pictures are adorable. There's the sketch. Isn't that really pretty? So I was concentrating on all that fun kind of circle and banner and things on that left side, because that's where I'm going to be putting my title and also the kind of focal picture. So when I was putting these down, I decided these needed to be matted. Usually when I mat, it's either black or white, just because. Didn't want to use white because of that fishtail banner. So I use this really light gray. All the cardstock that I'm using is from CutCardStock. I was a design team member of theirs as well. The cardstock is beautiful, and I still have a lot of it, so of course I'm going to use it. Once I layered it all down or adhered it all down, I thought, ooh, maybe it'd be nice to put that fishtail banner over to as far as I could to the left, and then I would do the same thing on that left page and put it towards the right. But it just didn't work out with the number of pictures I had, so I just kind of centered it. And again, when I say kinda, I really mean kinda. I just kind of eyeballed it. I put it about 2 inches high, or 2 inches up from the bottom edge. And again, eyeballed, but also used my mat to kind of just show where the 2 and 2 were on both the right and left side. And then I decided, okay, where am I putting the pictures? I wanted them definitely to rest on the white banner, but also be high up because there's a lot there. I was going to do a cluster and also my journaling. So I also have on my desk, when I do cuts, or those ovals were from the inside of ovals and they were left over. And then the black and white and tan ones, I cut like just random shapes to use for this type of thing, either cluster holders or journaling spots, or use them for the back of things on cards, just a little bit of everything. And I just keep those right there on my desk. So I was really happy to see those light blue ones because it really kind of matched with the color scheme. And also, they were egg-shaped. So I'm going through the sticker pad. I'm going to tell you, not pad, paper, and I'm going to tell you, so cute. This kit is probably an older one, but when you go to like the expo or any of those kind of big selling places, I don't know, they probably have different kinds, or all over, but they sell their paper pads and they're not the latest and greatest. And also, I'm not the latest and greatest type of person. If I think it's cute, I'm buying it. I don't care if it was made this year, last year, 10 years ago. But if you see this, Hop to It by Photoplay. You got to get it. It's so cute. But also, even though it does have a lot of Easter things, of course, but they do a lot of spring things as well. And I think because I was using this, or I use this on other layouts, I was like the Easter specific things were pretty much used up. So a lot of it was spring, and that's why I covered that banner. I didn't want it to say spring. I wanted it to be more Eastery, and that's why I covered it with those eggs. But it looks super cute, like you'd never know. And I'm going to tell you, I don't normally just kind of play with stickers. I mean, obviously you add some embellishments here and there, especially when you have sticker sheets like this. But all of the embellishments on both sides of the page are stickers from this sticker sheet. And I thought it was just so fun to go through and kind of create, I'm not going to use the word cluster. I think I'm going to use the word scenes, because there was a lot of like plants and flowers and things like that. And to me, it was really more of a scene than a cluster, if that makes any sense. So that's pretty much it for that right side. Now I'm going to work on the left side. Now you see there's that, the egg print one, the Easter egg print one, that is not long enough. But the trick is, once I place my photo, I know it's going to be behind there, but you see how you can tell here, I only need like about 3 or 4 inches of it. That's not even 4 inches, that's maybe like 2 or 3 inches. So once I decide where the photo placement's going to be, I'm going to take that strip and I'm going to cut it down. And I'm still kind of trying to decide. I know that I'm following the sketch like I mentioned before, and I'm going to show it again. So there is that square, or rectangle in my case, up on that left-hand corner. And then there was also a circle. Well, luckily I had another one of those blue ovals, and so I'm going to use that in place of the circle. And here, this is what I'm talking about. Just grab a cutter or scissors, because the bottom half doesn't matter if it's straight or not. And then you just tuck that in, and then later I'm going to tuck it in, a little piece of it in on the bottom, so nobody can tell that it was 2 small pieces. It literally looks like one long piece that just happens to have the banner and the photos and the oval covering it. There's a sketch again, but you'll see what I mean. And I know I've done this before, and so if you follow me, you've seen me do this before, and it's not anything new or something that I came up with. I mean, I'm sure you've probably done it yourself, but that is a great tip, especially when you're using scraps and you know it's not big enough for where you want to place it. Nobody is going to know. And also it's less bulk, so it's a kind of a win-win situation there. So as I'm just putting all this down, I do want to let you know that if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're not already a subscriber. I do post 2 videos a week. One is always scrapbooking, and the other is whatever it is I'm doing in the command center, which is the name of my craft room and also my blog. The information will be in the information box below, with a link to my blog, my Instagram account. If you are an Instagrammer, go check me out over there too, because there are so many projects that I do that I don't film, so they don't get to be on YouTube, but you can take a peek of what I'm creating over on my Instagram account. Anyhow, back to the video. So I decided that little picture, it's like a 3x4-ish wallet size picture. I wanted to include it because I wanted to include it. So I still not really sure of the placement. I did have it up by the photo more, but then I decided I didn't like it. I'm pretty sure I'm putting it there in that bottom right-hand corner. And then I'm going to build up stickers kind of around it. I'm going to be using the Happy Easter letters for the title. Simple. And again, I'm building scenes around both the titles and then up there on that top left. And I'm telling you, like I said, those bunnies are so adorable. I did, when I pulled the 2 out and put them next to each other, 2 layouts, I did like that I had that cluster base on that lower right, because it flowed really well with the right hand layout, if what I'm saying is making any sense. So that's why I did decide to put it right there in that corner, and then again build scenery around it. I did notice that I didn't film the whole time when I was adding all these stickers. So my guess is I probably stopped and went, yeah, it's fine. Took a look at it and went, nope, it needs more. I'm sure I'm not the only one. I'm sure that we all do the same thing. But look at how freaking cute this is. I mean, it's so adorable. And in a minute, I'm going to show some really good close-ups of when I'm done, because I finished the journaling, etc. But isn't that so cute? Like I mentioned before, if you do like this, make sure you give me a thumbs up. If you have a comment, leave me a comment. I'll be sure to respond. But this is what I'm talking about. I added so much more stickers. I added some pink puffy hearts, and I put them in all three of the kind of main clusters, embellishment spots. And I did like very simple journaling in that little oval, and then I did a little bit more detailed journaling on the banner over there on the right. Super cute, right? Thank you so much for watching. Bye.